everyone, my name is Michaela and welcome to my channel, Michaela's Magical Adventures. I'm very thankful that you guys are all here. I just recently graduated from San Jose State University in Northern California, and I will be doing the Disney College program in the fall 2018 semester. I start in about 1 month and I'm very, very excited. My role is merchandising, but I'll get into that a little bit more later. I thought the best way for you guys to get to know me would be to do the DCP Tag, so I guess I'll just get started with that. So question 1 is, how did you hear about the program? Well, I heard about the program my freshman year of college. One of my sorority sisters, she actually did the program in Disneyland, and I didn't even know that this was a thing, obviously. And when she talked about it and told me about it, I just got so excited that I just decided that's what I wanted to do, because when I was a little kid, I used to tell my parents I wanted to work for Disneyland, and now I actually get to, so I'm pretty excited. So I heard about it through one of my sorority sisters. Question 2 is, how was the interview process? So my interview process, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was really fast. So I knew I wanted to do the Disney College program, and I knew I wanted to do it right after I graduated. So I knew that I had one chance. Because I didn't apply before, I wanted to wait until I would have been graduated to do the program. So I knew that I needed to just do everything I could to kind of ace this interview process, because I had one chance and that's it. So I went online last March in 2017. Yeah, I think, yes, in March of 2017, and just got so excited, and I was looking at it, just finding out everything I could. Started talking to my sorority sisters who had done the program before. They kind of gave me some tips and tricks and stuff for the interview process. And then I'd say in December, I went on the website and set an alert, or set it up. I don't remember exactly how I did it, but I was able to set it up so that way it alerted me when the applications went out for this coming fall. So I got an alert the day that applications were available and the day that you could apply, and I knew that I was going to. So I went on the website that night and basically set up my whole application, but I didn't submit it yet because I was just I need to make sure everything is perfect. So I went over it 3 separate times. And prior to this, I had 2 professors look at my resume because they knew I wanted to do this program. So I knew that my resume was going to be as good as it was going to get, kind of thing. So I applied by using my LinkedIn account, and submitted my application probably the next day, after applications went out. And I was just kind of okay, I don't know what else to do, because I was just I think I just wait from here on. Didn't really exactly know the full process yet. Well, I got an email immediately saying thank you for applying. You've been selected for a web-based interview or something like that. Basically going on to the next process in the application process, or next step in the application process. And so I was oh, okay, cool. Again, not really knowing a whole lot about the application process, just kind of what my friends had told me in the past. Did the web-based interview, answered it to kind of the best of my ability. I was just very honest, being myself, because I figured I would rather get rejected for answering the questions the way I truly felt versus answering the questions the way that I thought they wanted me to answer them. I just wanted to make sure that I would be a good fit for the company, and so I answered the questions very, very honestly, and I submitted the web-based interview, and I was like, okay, don't really know what comes next. And then, like, maybe 5 minutes, like probably not even 5 minutes later, I get an email saying, like, thank you, you've been, you moved on to the next step or something like that. And I was able to set up my my phone interview. So I set up my phone interview. I applied and was able to set up my phone interview all within the same night. So I set up my phone interview for about a week later. It was on a Sunday back in February. And yeah, I had a week to prepare, so I started watching kind of YouTube videos like this. And yeah, I just really, really wanted this. So I did everything I could to prepare. And then a week later, it was on a Sunday, I had my phone interview, and they told me, be prepared for it could start anywhere between 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after the time that I selected, and it could last about a half hour. And I was like, okay, cool, just be prepared, block off like an hour and a half time just to be on the safe side. And I spent the whole day with my friends and was like, okay guys, like I gotta get home, gotta have my interview, I have to prepare. Well, being me, I'm a huge Disney fan. I was all decked out in Disney gear, had a set of ears on, had my Disney shirt on, just all Disneyed out. I had a pad, I had my clipboard with a bunch of notes on it, just in case I just really couldn't think during the interview. And basically, as soon as my phone started ringing, like, I got really nervous, but as soon as I answered the phone, my interviewer's name was Tanner, and he was awesome. And he made it so easy just to talk it. Like, I know it was an interview, but it kind of turned into, almost like I was just talking on the phone to a friend, which I thought was really cool. It ended up being a very easy interview process. And yeah, we ended up talking on the phone for about 45 minutes. And then at the end he was like, oh, well, we went over time, so I gotta go. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, so then he was like, okay, you'll find out sometime between the end of March and middle of April. I was like, okay, no problem. So I figured, I had to wait like a month and a half to find out. Well, 3 days later, on that Wednesday, I woke up to get ready for school and, did what everyone kind of does. And as soon as I woke up, checked my phone and saw that I had an email. And I was kind of confused because I was like, oh, like maybe it's just like a, hey, thanks for completing the phone interview thing. I was like, oh, I didn't think I'd hear anything for a month and a half, so it's probably just like a thank you. Well, the email, like in the subject, it said, congratulations. And so I was like really confused because I was like, I'm not supposed to hear back yet. Like, what is this? And it was my acceptance. And so 3 days after my phone interview, I got accepted and set up everything that I needed to ensure that I would be in the program. And yeah, so my application, interview process, everything, maybe 10 days. And so I'm very thankful that, I didn't have to wait that month and a half and stuff. But yeah, I thought it was really, really not easy, but like smooth. It was a very smooth process for me. Yeah, so that was my interview process. Sorry, this video's probably going to be like super long, and I apologize. Question 3 is, where were you when you found out? I was in bed. That's it. What is your role and your preferred roles? So, my role is merchandising. It ended up being my number one choice, so I was very, very, very excited when I got it, because we did talk a lot about how I collect pins and I collect and make ears. So I kind of said I'd rather be in a pin shop or hat store kind of thing. And yeah, I got merchandising, so that was cool. But my top 3 choices were merchandising, character performer, attractions, and then I had like the backup one of like janitorial, I think. So number 5, how did you find your roommates? So, oh, and how many do you want? So I knew I wanted to be in a 6-person apartment, and so I put the little roommate survey on the Facebook page, and kind of almost immediately 2 girls reached out to me, and they're both my roommates now. Basically the 2 of them reached out to me, and we kind of just decided we wanted kind of an older set of roommates. I'm not saying we're old, but like we didn't want freshly 21-year-olds, and we didn't want anyone who was under 21, just because we are like 22 and up. So we wanted kind of older people in the room. Again, none of us are old. But yeah, so we decided that's what we wanted, and we kind of just went on a hunt for people that were like 22 and older. And so the 3 of us found another girl, another girl, another girl, and literally like the first 5 girls I talked to ended up being my roommates. And so I was very lucky, and it was just because we met on the Facebook page and then kind of just found random people, and we all get along really well. We have a group chat on Snapchat and through texting, and we literally talk every single day. While I'm filming this, it's actually one of their birthdays, so happy birthday, Chloe, even though it's probably not going up today, but happy birthday anyways. But yeah, I don't know, it's really cool, and I'm very excited to meet all of them. I actually got to meet my roommate that I'm going to be sharing my room with, because she was doing a road trip, and so I've actually already gotten to meet her in person, so it's very exciting. And then I FaceTimed with 2 of the other girls, and then we just talk constantly with everybody, so I already feel like I know all of them, so it'll be really cool to actually have physical people to talk to versus always messaging through our phones. But I'm very excited because I think we're all going to get along so well. Number 6 is, what are you going to miss while in the program? So I'm obviously going to miss my friends here, but my mom is in Florida, so I already miss her every day while I'm here in California. So I'm going to miss my friends, but I think I'm more excited to be there because I'll get to be closer to my mom, so I'm very excited for that. Number 7, what is your favorite Disney park? So I am from California. I've only been to Disney World 1 time, and it was pouring rain the entire time, so the majority of the rides were closed. So by a big bias, I'm going to have to say Disneyland and California Adventure, because I was also an annual pass holder the majority of my life growing up, because I grew up in Southern California. So I'm excited to find out which Disney World park I like better, but based on the only parks I've really been to, I gotta say Disneyland and California Adventure. If I have to choose one of those 2 though, I'm gonna say California Adventure, just because there's an animation studio there, and I love the animation studio. I could literally sit there an entire day. So with a bias, I'm gonna say California Adventure. Number 8, first thing you want to do when you get there. Hug all of my roommates, because I'm very excited. There will probably be screaming because of how excited I'm going to be to actually get to see all of them. We've already made plans to go see the fireworks and go to the castle. So that's like once we kind of have our access to the parks. But just kind of our first night there, I don't know. I think just playing board games and decorating the apartment with my roommates, I think that'll be the most fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited to figure out what's going on at the parks in Florida because I don't have any experience there. Like, I could walk around all the California parks with my eyes closed and know exactly where I am. Florida's going to be a whole new ball game, and I'm very excited. So I don't really actually know what I want to do first because I don't really know what there is to do. So yeah. Number 9. What is number 1 on your bucket list? I kind of want to find all like the random random little hidden gems, hidden Mickeys, but like also just the extra things that they add. So like, I don't know, when you're in line in a ride and like you gotta pull the little rope and someone's gonna scream at you or something, like, I don't know, just like those random things that someone had to take time to add for the parks is what I'm kind of most excited to do. Like, that's what my bucket list is, like find all of the extra things, like not just the rides or the shows, but like those extra things that someone took time to add, you know? Maybe not. Sorry if that's confusing. I don't know. And finally, number 10. One thing you hope to take away from the program. Well, I'm hoping to make a ton of new friends. So that'll be the best part. Hopefully I will be able to stay in touch with all of my roommates and, you know, any friends that I make while I'm there. But I don't know. I've always wanted to work for Disney, so I think maybe the potential, potentially getting a career with the Disney company, maybe not necessarily at the parks, but if I had to move back down to Southern California and work for their corporate offices, that would be really cool. I don't know. I just think it's going to be a really great experience that just everything I experience is going to be my takeaway. Like, I don't know. I'm just very, very excited to see, you know, what the Disney company is like from, you know, behind the scenes. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm most excited about. Thank you so much for watching. I will post new videos as I record them. Yeah, subscribe if you want to keep up with me. If you really want to keep up with me, you can hit the bell icon. Otherwise, have a magical day. Bye.